Hey everybody, it's April 11th, day 3 of my green diet, and I stuck to it today even though I had the cravings in the turnip truck to get the peanut butter. By the way, my name is Colin. In September of 2011 I was permanently damaged by an antibiotic known as Cipro, along with Flagyl. But I believe Cipro to be the main culprit. I also have had Lyme disease for about 4 years and have not been treating it very well. Eating when I'm supposed to. Anyways, I've got this. Oh, now the AC is the heat's gonna come on, so it's gonna be kind of loud. I've been having this pain, this tingling in my pinky. If you watch my previous videos, you'll know. And it's gotten worse, actually. I mean, this morning I woke up and it was actually stinging, so it's really disheartening to think that this is going to be with me permanently. Like, I'm just going to have to learn to live with a constantly tingling pinky and or hand and whatever degeneration. I mean, I don't know, only other people, like, what that does to your normal state of mind is not good. So today we just had broccoli and some spinach and some cucumbers. So we stuck with the green. And some tea. That's all we've eaten today. My guts feel really clogged and stuffed up. I actually started getting the stinging pain and the tingling in both hands. Just all over my hands were just tingling. So I don't know what is going on, but I'm hoping it's something dying inside me. I know when I go like 2 or 3 days, when I've gone like 2 or 3 days before without eating carbs, I start getting kind of fuzz, TV fuzz, little flashes of TV fuzz in my eyes when I look around, and that's been happening today. I guess I should have thought of a topic to talk about today, but I'm going to try to make these YouTube videos every day. Just whatever, that's all I got. I have to keep myself thinking that through this diet, my stinging and my tingling is going to go away, because when I concentrate it, when I focus on it, it's like it brings me down the wrong frame of mind. That just, I don't want to live my life, just with a fucking constant tingling, So I try to maybe fool myself into thinking, oh, well, you go on this green diet, and you're gonna be all right. It's gonna magically disappear. It's gonna magically stop. The problem is, to me, what's really worrisome is the pinky is always tingling. It's not like it stops for a while. It's like, oh, it stopped. Maybe it's healing. The pinky is always tingling. So that's what worries me, and that's what bothers me. No matter what position my elbow is in, no matter what position my arm is in, my shoulder is in, my hand is in, the pinky is always tingling. And now the index is pretty much always tingling too. I know that's the ulnar nerve, right? So I have ulnar nerve entrapment, ulnar nerve damage. Who knows? But at one point today, it was doing it on both hands. Like, my entire hands were tingling, so I'm not sure what's going on. But anyways, I have to keep my mind away from that place that's just set on thinking, oh, this is never going to go away. Right? I have to keep hope alive, and I have to believe that there's a possibility that if I do this diet, If I take my supplements like the alpha lipoic acid is supposed to help with nerve pain, neuropathy. Keep taking that. Stay on the path, and don't go and get, you know, don't break down and be like, what happened is you get like this doomsday. I would get like, in the past I've gotten like this doomsday outlook on things, and then I would think there would be a rationale inside my head. You know, this happened all the time at my mom's, and even here, like in other thought circuits, like in lesser, weirder loops. Like, but it's basically the same. It's sort of a thought of like, well, screw it, you know. If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna just go eat whatever I want. And so I'll go to Turner Truck and I'll get, you know, the corn chips and the bean dip and, you know, the fat, you know, the fat and the sugar, and feed the disease, right? Constantly. I mean, we're talking for like 1 or 2 years I did this, you know, over here at the computer. And I sat at the computer forever. Like since I've been here in Tennessee, I probably sat at the computer for 2 years. Like almost every day I'd sit at the computer and rest my elbow on this arm pad. So that may have just worn out my elbow, worn out the joint, you know, which I'm sure the Cipro has helped say, hey, you want to cut through this cheese that's now my, you know, my muscles and tendons? And that maybe have been what, you know, that may be what has happened, is my joint is just screwed right here. It's just eaten up by the Lyme disease also. I mean, who knows? All I know is it feels screwed. You know, when it's going, even when you sleep, you know that there's just some kind of, I mean, the nerve is eaten up, right? That's what it's got to be. The nerve has the coating on it, the myelin. You know, when that gets eaten up, well, hey, there's no insulation on your nerve. You know, it's going to be just electricity. It's electricity. That's how it works. So it's going to just keep tingling or whatever. You know, it's going to be tingling, stinging. That's what it feels like. Because I know my body, the rest of my body is bony as hell and has just been losing puffiness, or whatever, collagen, whatever you want to call it. I should really do these videos in the daytime because it's so dark, but okay, heat shut off. But it's really hard to stay focused on what I want to do on the program that I'm working on, and staying focused trying to play poker, trying to do a lot of things when you have a constant tingling in your hand. You know, it's getting worse, so it's hard to stay focused. You know? And the spasm in my pelvic floor, I kind of got used to. Like I didn't really even start to notice it that much. Like a couple years ago, I know it's going, but my brain sort of just tuned it out. You know, just like I have mild tinnitus too in my ears, but the tinnitus and the spasm in the pelvic floor, I can kind of tune out. But a tingling is different. Like a tingling in your fingers and your hand is like, it's very hard to tune that out. You know, and I don't know what to do, other than eat healthy, take this supplement, and maybe sunlight. Get sunlight if sunlight is supposed to help. That's all I can do, and hope that it goes away. If it doesn't go away, you know, in a couple months, if it's still there, then I'll reevaluate. And what can I do? You know, I don't. There's a saying that I read on Facebook. It says that a healthy man wishes for 1,000 things. An unhealthy man wishes for one thing. And that's what I'm wishing for. Just to be relatively healthy. And not have all this bizarre shit.